Yeah, so Coach Kalo, tell us, who are some of the players that really stood out this season, and who are the ones that are, what have they done that we need to really watch them as they move up next year into JV and varsity roles? Let us, tell us about them. Give us some of the names, some of the cool things they did.
Well, that sophomore group is they're a special group to me because that was my first year at Christ the King. That was my 8th grade class, so I got to know them a lot more. Just not playing football or playing basketball. That was got to be a little more personal with them, and seeing them now working with me for 2 years, it's been a lot of hard work and just a lot of blood and sweat, just getting after it. And some of those my 5 sophomores are Jack Buson, who eventually got moved up to varsity at the end of the year. So that tells you enough about him. He's just a great kid, and he loves basketball. And then we got Justin Helper, Sam Murray, Bo Morris, and a guy named Josh Kurtz. And all 5 of those guys, they just they get after it. They bring a lot of grit to the program and just a lot of toughness. One thing they do better than I've seen a JV group do is they get after it on the defensive end. That's where they make their living, and it kind of transitions to the offensive side for them. But I know Coach Nolan is extremely excited to have them after what we did this year, and he saw the improvement that they made from their freshman year to their sophomore year, and now he's even more excited to have them as incoming juniors. So.
Yeah, absolutely, especially knowing there's room for those guys to really step in and be leaders on that team.
Yeah, with us graduating 6 seniors, that hurts. That hurts, especially those guys that have been in the program since they were some of them 8th graders, 7th and 8th graders, and for them to leave this program and set the standard and about just coming in every day and getting after it, working hard, being coachable, bringing energy, bringing effort, and just doing everything we asked. And I think that group of that are coming into varsity will do that.
Now, what about the freshman players? Who are some of the freshmen that really stood out that we need to kind of keep our eyes on?
There's a lot. Like I said, I had 12 of them on my just the freshman team itself. But then I was moving guys up here and there throughout the season. But some guys from Etienne, Nick, Zach, Jovi, Weston, they're just Ben. These kids. They just they're not the most athletic, but they're just hard work and discipline makes up for just getting after it, just outworking teams was the biggest thing. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about the scoreboard for their team. All I wanted to do every Saturday when we played a freshman game was outwork our opponent.
Well, and a lot of those players you mentioned, they're multiple sport athletes. And how do you think that really helps them as they try to continue to improve their games in basketball?
Oh, tremendously, because just pretty much all the professional athletes now they played more than one sport in high school. So I think it's good for them. They get to meet more people, just explore, and just kind of it is definitely good. It's definitely room for improvement always.
So what were some of your memorable, the memorable moments from key games this particular season? I mean, aside from COVID, we just scratch out all the COVID stuff. What are some of the moments that you just remember the most from this team?
There was one big moment was when we played Alberta. We were beating them by I don't even know how much, but at the end of the game they had a student who had a disability, and he put him in the game for the last minute, and they wanted to try to get him to score.
Right.
And within 40 seconds of the game, when he shot the ball, he missed it. One of our freshmen that was playing for that JV game named Jovi, he got the ball and gave it right back to him, and it just didn't happen once. It happened 2 or 3 times, and he gave that kid every possible opportunity to score and just make an impact on that kid's life. And I thought that was really, really, really cool. And we talked about it, just saying basketball's fun and all, but it's bigger than just a sport. There's more to it. And then there's a couple other. There's so many. We beat Daphne this year, which was huge because our guys are they see Daphne as being a powerhouse in Baldwin County. and that was fun. And
well, and Daphne's a 7A school.
yeah, they're
right?
7A school. It was fun.
That is a big deal, and but you mentioned something that I think people forget sometimes is that these players, they're not just athletes, and when they're on the basketball court, you see them playing basketball and stuff, but a lot of these kids, I mean, you said you've known some of them for 2 or 3 years at Christ the King, and I've had the privilege of knowing a lot of these kids since kindergarten, and to know what these are such good kids that are doing so many things, not just on the basketball court, but off the basketball court, but when it flows over like you're talking about with Jovi and that other player, I mean, those are just awesome situations to witness and be a part of, and it's just tremendous. So we're very blessed to have players like that are coming to St. Michael.
It is. It's fun to be around. We got a really good coaching staff with all sports, but with basketball particularly, like I said, Coach Nolan and Coach Pete. They kind of just doing the right things, right? And then along with me, I got these Coach Murray, Coach Justin Murray, and Coach Jeremy Murray, and they both graduated from Spanish Fort, and they won at Spanish Fort state title in football. So they know how to win, and they know about doing the little things right, and that's what we preach to them. And just you have fun doing it too, and it results in the way we want to. So it's a fun process. It's a really fun process.
How did the venues look? I mean, when you're traveling around to these other venues, I mean, how does it compare to what we have here? What kind of experiences did you have in those other venues?
I have to say, this. Obviously, this being so new, we're blessed to play in that newly renovated gym, and not renovated, but brand new gym,
right,
that is top line. You can't beat that, and playing that every home game is nice. But then, sometimes just going away, whether it's traveling like 2 hours to WS Neal, that can take a toll on kids. But we by far got the best gym around in our area, and it's a blessing.
Yeah, no, well, and that's exciting, and there's so much excitement going on. I mean, you can see this trophy case behind us. This is just one of a couple trophy cases that the school has already in the short amount of time that the school's been open. So there's lots of great things. Now, you've got multiple roles. I mean, you're head freshman basketball coach. You help with the JV. You help with the varsity. You're one of the coaches on the football team. I mean, with all that stuff going on and all the being organized and having to do all that different type of work with these kids, what do you do to with your faith to keep yourself focused and grounded so that you can have the impact that we want you to have with these kids because you're so involved in their lives?
I just practice what I preach, and just tell them every day, just give it all you got, and whether it's you're at practice or whether you're in the school. Like you just got to give it everything. Got three key things that we preached every day was energy, effort, and discipline. And I told them if you bring that, no matter where you're at, or what sport you're playing, or you bring that to the classroom, you're gonna be successful. And I think they found that, and it was good. It was fun. I know I keep on saying it's fun, but I really enjoyed this group of freshmen and sophomores that I got the privilege to coach this year, and it's one of my best years of coaching. I've been coaching for this would be my 5th year, and I have to say this season with this group was by far the best.
Well, and we love the passion, we love the work ethic, we love the fun that you bring to it, and we really appreciate what you're doing with the kids. I know you may not hear that often, but I know everybody that out here that's part of Cardinal Nation, I mean, I know they appreciate it. And so, we just want to say thank you for doing that, and thank you for taking some time out today to talk with us.
Appreciate it. Thank you all for doing this. I think this is great for our program and for our school, because I know a lot of people, they will tune in and they want to know what's going on inside St. Michael, and this gives them a good insight, and not just coaches but players and just the whole community. I know we're very thankful. I know my family too. They check it out. They watch the games on YouTube. It's awesome.
Well, and for Cardinal Nation out there, if you guys are thankful, continue to view these conversations, these wild Cardinal chats with the different coaches, and also remember to subscribe to the channel, because the more subscriptions we have, the more flexibility we have to go out and do different broadcasts. on the channel. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. St. Michael,
defend us.